to Creation in the 21st Century. I'm your host, Carl Baugh, founder and director of the Creation Evidence Museum in Glen Rose, Texas. Now, the program today is going to be so dynamic. You want to call every friend you have quickly so that they will not miss and you will not miss a word. This promises to be one of the most interesting programs we've ever taped in the series on creation in the 21st century. The title is Caught in the Act. You're going to see actual historical, archaeological, cultural, scientific evidence that men saw living dinosaurs, and they memorialize that caught in the act. Now, my guest today is a very dear friend that I've had on a number of times, and every time I have Dr. Dennis Swift on the program, the ratings go sky high. Dennis, it's a privilege to have Dr. Dennis Swift, cryptozoologist, with me again on the program.
Carl, you're a dear friend, long, rich relationship, and it's just a privilege to be here today.
Thank you. Our relationship is rich, but we're both poverty-stricken because we travel around the world in search of truth and data that supports the facts. And what you have found is incredible. We discussed before the program, and I could hardly wait for the cameras to begin rolling. There is more information on this platform, on the set right now, that man and dinosaur lived contemporaneously than in any museum around the world.
Absolutely. No question about it.
Well, the ratings go sky high when you're on because there's electricity. I don't know how they find you or how they know to even tune in, but they do. Let's set the stage. My cryptozoologist friend has trekked through jungles, through desert lanes, has been in the snow-capped areas, has been to Turkmenistan, has climbed the mountains in Peru, and he never forgets where he's been and can take this researcher and others back through the same lanes 20, 25 years later. He's absolutely incredible. Let's set the stage so the audience will know the value of this information. The standard evolutionary explanation for life origins posits that the dinosaurs lived in the Mesozoic era in this Tower of Time, and that about 64 million years ago, the dinosaurs died out. Mammals then began to develop in earnest, ultimately producing man. Now, Dr. Swift, this is the theory that is taught now as fact, essentially in the educational system worldwide. But leading evolutionary scholars have admitted, such as Dr. Ernst Mayr in debate with Dr. Duane Gish, to name one of many, they've admitted that if we really could prove that man and dinosaur lived contemporaneously, that would devastate the theory of evolution. Well, you have information to do exactly that. Let's begin at the head of the columns here. I'm so glad you're on the program. Tell us what this is all about.
Well, in the southern desert of Peru, the Atacama, which is the driest place on the planet, in pre-Columbian civilizations associated with the Nazcans, the Ica, the Incas, the Wari, the Tiwanaku, and the Paracas people, there have been stones that have been found in the tombs, in situ, even in official archaeological excavations, and some of these have dinosaurs on them.
Dinosaurs on the burial stones.
On the burial stones. These are one of the engraved stones of a Styracosaurus dinosaur, similar to a Triceratops, except it has more horns on the top. And the first mention of these stones is 1535. Father Simeon was traveling with the conquistador Pizarro in the Ica region and noted the engraved stones. And then Juan de Cruz, Yamque Paracute, who is the chronicler to the Incas in 1571, he wrote in his chronicles and travels through Peru of the engraved stones, including dragones, dragons, which we call dinosaurs today. Those are the two historical mentions. Now, evolutionists have tried to say, yes, but the Ica stones, you've only found some of those. They're frauds. They're clever tourist trinkets. They were made in modern times. If it was true that they're authentic, why don't you find other artifacts in Peru? Pottery, textiles. The Nazca lines are nearby. Why aren't there any dinosaur geoglyphs of dinosaurs at the Nazca lines? Well, the evolutionists have a longhorn sermon on that one. You know what a longhorn sermon is? 2 points with a lot of bull in between.
Okay.
All right. So here we have the engraved Ica stones, and just above this is a Nazcan vase. The Nazcan people from about 300 BC to 900 AD. This vase was found in a tomb. It is authentic, genuine Nazcan pottery, and you see two of the Styracosaurus dinosaurs on it. So we have a piece of pottery that's just like an Ica stone with the same species of dinosaur.
So we have an artifact of verification.
This is from the Paracas culture near Pisco, Peru, dating from 300 to 500 BC, and it is a piece of textile with a dinosaur on it.
Yes.
Showing that man and dinosaurs were contemporaneous.
Yes.
And then we have from the Tiwanaku civilization a Harango ceremonial cup made out of Harango wood that's harder than oak, and engraved on the side of it is a dinosaur.
No question about it.
And this dates to about 500 AD. There have been 3 of these ceremonial cups found with dinosaurs on them.
Oh, that's astounding. Now,
Then we move to one of archaeological's most baffling enigmas, the Nazca lines.
I have flown those lines with you.
Yes.
After you had made an amazing discovery among those lines.
Yes. The Nazca lines are, the Nazcans took the canvas of the earth. It's the world's largest, it's a desert doodling pad of dramatic dimensions. 37 miles long, 18 miles wide, the main body of glyphs. There's more than 1,300 lines, triangles, zigzags. Some of them are laser straight. The longest one is 25 kilometers, and it comes to a hill on the other side. It starts just to the other side, and there's about 80 big geoglyphs of animals like killer whales and monkeys and condors.
I've seen those with you
And just
from
above
the air.
is the discovery that we made in the Nazca Papa region of a Styracosaurus dinosaur.
That is astounding. In fact, those who had flown the area, the pilots who had flown the area hundreds of times, had never seen that.
It's about 60 meters long.
Oh, it's huge. It took cryptozoologist Dennis Swift to see that, to point it out to the pilot, and now they gladly show it to individuals as a dinosaur.
And they call it a dinosaur. I was with a film crew from National Geographic filming in Peru some new discoveries at Nazca Papa, and the head archaeologist for all the Nazca lines, PhD in archaeology, stood there on the Nazca lines and said, the new theory is the Dennis theory, that dinosaurs and man lived together because the Nazcans had to be familiar with dinosaurs to draw them.
Agreed.
So what we have is an accumulation of evidence, shattering blows. It's a shattering, pedestal splashing blow to evolutionism, because we have Ica stones with dinosaurs, we have textiles with dinosaurs, we have the geoglyphs with dinosaurs, we have ceramics and Harango wood cups with dinosaurs on it. And then this is a mantelpiece from a mummy of a Cryolophosaurus, or a similar species of dinosaur, with the crest on top. Some call it an Elvosaurus. But this is from a Nazca piece that was found around the mantle that's dated between 400 and 700 AD. We see the species Cryolophosaurus down here, or a similar species of dinosaur. In fact, I have some of these artifacts in my possession here.
These are the actual artifacts that you're going to show this audience.
They're not replicas, they're real. They're undeniably those. Any pre-Columbian authority, Helene Silmarin, Donald Pross, the leading authorities in the world, Giuseppe Orfica, the Italian, any of these people will tell you, yes, these are authentic Nazcan materials. There's no debate about that. What they want to say is they're not dinosaurs, they're mythological monsters.